Good morning, Lacamas Leopards. Mrs. Mueller here with your morning message for the week of October 16th. Now, here at Lacamas, we like to say that we're like a leopard, that we are respectful, responsible, safe, and kind. In September, your class spent a lot of time going over what expectations are for all areas around the whole school. And then part of what we have a teacher team doing is we monitor. So how are the kids doing? Well, we're noticing a few things. We are noticing that we are having some kids having a harder time calming their bodies, and they're having some big reactions. Well, that triggers us teachers to say, we need to do some more teaching for everyone. This is mostly happening on our playground. So, as a class this week, I want teachers to schedule some time during your community circle time to be problem solving. For some of our kinders, first graders, maybe second graders, we need to be thinking, how are we using our equipment? We had some issues with some jump ropes. Jump ropes need a hand at both ends and are used for jumping. Sometimes that's by yourself and jumping. Sometimes that might be one person on one end and one person on the other, and you're swinging it and you're jumping. Or there's a game that we like to play that I play with kids when I'm out there called Jump the Snake. But still, there's a hand on both ends of the rope. And for sure, we never swing a jump rope around. You never pull and drag anyone. So teachers, let's go over our equipment if you're in kinder, first, and maybe second grade, and how we use our jump ropes. That calming. For some of our other kids, things are going to happen on the playground. Not always do we all think we're playing the same game or doing the same thing. And what we expect is that kids learn how to calm yourself so that you respond like a leopard. In your second step lessons, we have some ideas that help support us ways to feel calm. As a class, maybe you need to review, how do we calm ourselves? Now, what works for you might be different than what works for me. But here's some great ideas. Taking a break. Remove yourself from the situation. I often do that one. Slow counting. 1, 2, 3. That gives you some breath and it helps you take a breath. What about breathing? We go over this. Your brain to be thinking needs oxygen. And so that is the reason why we say breathe, take a breath, so that you stay in your thinking brain. Think helpful thoughts. If you start realizing your head's going to some negative, they always, right? Stop that thinking and go, okay, they might think of that differently. They have a different perspective. I need to use my words. And this one, ask for help. Sometimes it's hard and you need some help. And that's what our recess teachers are there for. That's what your teacher is there for. That's what I'm here for. All the adults at school are here to help us. So your class this week, talking about ways to calm. Another one, problem solving. Second step again, gives us some great steps for solving problems. Teachers, when you start hearing those come in, it helps a lot to hear from their other classmates. How do we solve problems? And going through these problems. The first one is say what the problem is. The next one, think of what solutions. There are lots of solutions. There's not always just one way. There are solutions. Explore what, if I did that, what would happen? Think that through and then pick your best solution. I've had lots of opportunity to problem solve with kids, thinking about how would that impact my community? What would others think? How does it relate to me? Pick my best solution and then make a plan to go forward. Kids, we need to come back to our whole group teaching around some of these issues at recess. How we use equipment, how do we solve problems, and what does that gameplay look like? so that you're like a leopard. Lacamas leopards, you've got this. Let's go back to some whole group discussion and review, and let's be like a leopard, respectful, responsible, safe, and kind. Let's make it a great week.